lighting.
And everybody says, oh, bring them scratch, they're good. That's what they junk anymore. The way they make their carburetors, they're all plastic.
Periscopes. There could be up to 12 men in here during attack. This would be navigation periscope, and this would be the attack periscope. We're going to see if we can't look through it here in a second. Well, let's move up here. Oh, these were actually, those two seats were actually mounted in the floor. You have radar, and sonar. This is mostly the radar gear here. This is the infamous torpedo data computer. Okay. Here's the periscope. Let's see if we can see through it. That's not working so well, is it? I'll check out the other periscope. Maybe we can see through one of them. No, because it doesn't know how to focus. Okay, but you could change the range, the different lenses by twisting this, and different filters by twisting this side. They would get their reading. They'd get their readings off of this right here. There's really not much room up here in the conning tower. Okay, now that's looking back down into the control room. We're going to head back down there now. Excuse me, gentlemen. Moving further aft through the control room. Some of the radar equipment. This was the SD and the SJ. Here's the actual transmitter. Let me see if I can get on the faceplate. Moving up, here's one of the receivers for the radar. Okay, continuing aft, back into the radio room here, which you saw a little earlier. Refrigerator compartment and pantry. Food store with stuff there. One thing I forgot here in the control room was the pump room. Every level except the forward and aft torpedo room have a deck underneath. Auxiliary generator and pumps were located here. Okay, continuing aft. We're going into what's known as after battery. This part of the compartment is actually the galley for the crew. This kitchen fed all 80 plus people, 76 to 90 people, depending on the mission. That was it. Okay, this is the crew galley. They ate in shifts of 24 in here. When they weren't using it for their meals, it was used as a recreational room, as a meeting room, whatever they needed to. These tables lock and move. Refrigerator compartment. I don't know if you can see right down in here, but there's a compartment underneath. Used to be an ammo canteen. They would also store prisoners down there occasionally. Another crew hatch here. It's been locked up now. Continuing aft in the forward battery, this was also the crew berthing compartment. I don't know if you can see, there's a number of racks here stored. 3 high. See some uniforms and stuff. You would find stuff like this hanging. This is called after battery because, like the forward battery, underneath this deck is another group of the batteries. And continuing aft, we come into the other crew head and crew bathing area. There's a shower located in here, one on this side, one on this side, and that was for everybody. You can see the sinks fold up and stow. Continuing further aft, we're into the forward engine room. It's awfully quiet in here now. You're going to see the twin 8s. Let me see if we can get behind it right now. You can see the catwalk down there so the mechanics could work. Main inductions, breathers. There's the induction valves there. I'm sorry I can't back up anymore, but pretty much as it is. Okay, now continuing further aft into the after engine room. There's crawl spaces everywhere here. I don't know how well you can see it all. The boat's still getting cleaned up today, so you see a lot of the stuff, the matting and stuff up, and garbage cans and things like that. But there you go. Have flywheels for the induction valves. You can't feel the breeze, but you don't know how good that feels right there, because they would never get this. But here's one of the aft crew hatches, which is open near the aft of the boat. Okay, continuing further aft into the maneuvering room. We'll go around this way for a second. The electricians mostly worked in this area. And this cage here, well, here's a lathe and stuff for making parts. They had to be able to do whatever they needed to do to keep the boat running. So this was part of a machine shop that's stuffed everywhere. But this cage here, this says danger high voltage. Maybe I can get a view in here for you. I don't know. Can we see in here? It's like I can't really get far enough away. Anyways, this was the main switching where the power from the batteries and the generators would get switched back and forth. This is maneuvering. The engine orders would come down on the engine telegraph right here, and then they would respond that they were set. But here, determination was made as how much of the generator or the power would go to the batteries, the generators, to gauge the motors. Here's another one of those under the deck compartments there. Let me see, can I get this one?